Inbound for me is the best way to get clients over and over time. And I want to explain why, especially if you are a founder without a team or a big team. That's why you should invest in inbound all the time. And I want to explain like why outbound sucks. So first of all, I got all my clients through inbound. So which would be like clients for my businesses, for the configurator businesses, some jobs or even partnership. Everything came to me through inbound. So I was putting things out there, content, and people were loving this stuff I was doing, and they were coming to me that they wanted to collaborate or like they want my services, all those stuff. For example, my first blog, like I think 10 years ago, 8 years ago, like I was there, it was just for hobby, and I was able just by writing blog, attracting the first collaborators. And that felt great because there I had a team. And then always thanks to the blog, I got other 2 jobs. And then also with the configurator business, I actually got all my sales from inbound. So I want to explain like why this inbound is important and why you should invest in it. But before to go there, I want to explain why outbound sucks. First of all, I want to give you some backstory. So for my configurator business, what I did, I was trying actually to get clients and reach out to clients multiple times. I tried outbound, I don't know how many times. I tried LinkedIn outreach, cold emails, everything, maybe beside cold calls. Actually, I tried once that I never did it, but I never did it again. But what I want to tell you is that I tried this 3 different times and I actually never got a lead from it. On LinkedIn, I had some messages, some exchange with some businesses, but then they were ending up to ghost me. And I wasn't pitching directly, to be clear. Another thing is that I tried also cold email, maybe offering some free trials. The problem was that after the free trials, the people didn't want to pay, they even ghost me. So that's why I hate outbound. I mean, I'm not scared to get a no. I got a lot of a no in these years that I'm especially running the configurator business. But the thing is that it sucks. And the fix of outbound is that you are always, all the time in a loop, especially if you are like a solo. So, for example, like you're here trying to contact the first people, and okay, it's great, but once you contact those people through DM, cold emails, like you finish in a loop because maybe you are able to get, they become your customers. So this is a trophy, you know, they become your customers, and it's great. But after they become your customer, especially if you are in a business where you work per project, you will end up like getting the customers, finish the project, and then after you finish the project again in a cycle. So this is a loop that it never ends. And I mean, it's mostly like that in every business, but when you have to go through, okay, I DM people to get clients, I get clients, I do the project, and then again, I finish the project and I have to look for other clients. This is the worst that you can do in your business. And also, another downside of cold outreach is that cold outreach or outbound is that every time that you stop working on that, so, for example, let's say you go on vacation for 7 days, 14 days, or something happens. So the day you cannot do outbound, your growth stop. That's the worst that can happen. So outbound makes sense only when actually people interested in you or like you have warm contact that you can actually contact. So I want to make an example later, but first of all, I want to tell you why you should invest in inbound. Well, the first reason is that inbound compounds over time. So if we have like a graph here, like inbound takes time, but it compounds over time because you're building pieces by pieces putting out the, like, for example, contents, YouTube videos, articles, doing your SEO. And that is a wall of contents that you are actually building over time, and that people that are looking for your services will actually end up to read or watch before to come to buy to you. And it's much better because then they will come to you, that they won't directly to purchase from you. Like this, it's actually, it worked for me. Like, I put it out there, videos, articles. It took some time. I have to be honest, it took some time. But after I started to put out there piece by piece, connecting also the puzzle together, and the customers were like looking around to try to understand how I work, and they were contacting me. So, for example, they were filling out the form. Well, that's where, like, they were coming with an intent of purchase. And the other thing is that, of course, I'm not saying that outbound, you shouldn't completely do outbound at all. If you see that those people actually have interest in you and what you're doing, so maybe they leave you the email, or like because you gave a lead magnet, so they know your lead magnet, you should actually contact those people because they show your interest in what you do. So there, I think outbound makes sense. Or even it makes sense if you're a team. So if every day there is someone of your team doing outbound, and also if you're going on vacation, it's still like a good thing because you will continue to get leads and get clients. But I think is that for me, you should always, always invest in inbound. Also, if you are like starting outbound, because that's the best way that it compounds over time. It's like you're investing in SP 500, you started to put 1,000 euros, and then the 1,000 euros over times, like you continue to invest, it can become like 100,000 million, depends how much you invest in. So here, like, you should do inbound, of course, in the right way, because it depends on where your customers are hanging out, what they are looking, and maybe I will talk this in a future video.